Hi booktube, Erin here. I hope you're doing okay. Today I'm going to be announcing a reading event. It's going to be taking place in December, so about a month, just over a month to go. And the event is called Remember December. So it's an event that's all about rereading, and rereading is something that I definitely in the last year or 2 years have I've really just noticed that it's something that I really enjoy, and I always, if I'm going back to a book that I've loved in the past, um, I tend to just love it even more the second time round. I'm able to notice more things, um, and it's also just a joy to step back into that world. And so this is a reading event where you're sort of given the chance to do that, or to reread some things maybe you didn't like so much. This event is the brainchild of Elizabeth from Bookhands and Books and Anna Novella. I basically just showed my interest, and I think a few other people showed their interest as well. And so we've got a nice group of co-hosts. So we've got Elizabeth and Anne, and then we've also got Criminolly. We've got Sandy from Miss Reads a Lot. We've got Roz from Scally Dandling About the Books. And we've got Shelley Swearingen as well. And there are already a few people as well who have said they'd be interested to join in. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to have a Discord. So if you want to sort of share how your rereading is going and see what everyone else is up to, there's a Discord. So I'll try to remember to leave a link to that down in the description, along with everybody's channel as well. And to kind of help you with your rereading, and to take part, all you have to do is just reread one book in December. But if you want a bit of help or some inspiration to maybe read or sort of reread some things you might not have thought of rereading, or to reread it in a slightly different way, we've got 3 prompts to kind of help you. So the first one is to reread a book you've basically forgotten. And then the second one is to reread a book to find out how you really feel about it. So that could go any of 2 ways. So you might want to reread a book you loved to see if it still stands up, or reread something you really didn't like to see if you prefer it this time round. And then the last is to reread a book in a different way. So maybe you might try reading it as an ebook and see whether that's different to reading it physically, or maybe listening to an audiobook instead, or maybe reading it as part of a buddy read, or anything that kind of changes the context or the format, and maybe it might help you see something a bit different in the book. Something I might try doing, I might try do some immersive reading. So I'll have the physical book in front of me, but I'll also be listening to it at the same time, and I'll go into that in a bit. But I've got a little stack of books here. They're all really short books, because I've already sort of planned to read quite a long book in December. So I probably won't read all of these, but these are things that will just kind of slot in and sort of change the pace during December. So the first one I've got here, and I'm going to go through by the prompt. So I've got 2 books here, which are books I've basically forgotten. The first one is The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. I can remember a few sort of glimpses, a few scenes and images, but not all that much. And I can kind of remember not really feeling that impressed with it as well. So it'll be interesting as well to see if I prefer it as well. So that's a little of the second prompt. This might be quite good winter reading. It's got some other tales of terror in there, so we'll see how terrifying they are. And we've got The Ballad of the Sad Cafe by Carson McCullers. I can remember really liking the writing and the kind of atmosphere of this. but I can't really remember much of the story or the characters. So it'll be interesting to revisit it. I read The Heart is a Lonely Hunter by Carson McCullers last year, and really liked it. So I think it'll be quite quite a rewarding reread if I was to go with this. For the next prompt, for books you've enjoyed in the past, or books you haven't enjoyed, but to find out how you really like it. One book I really enjoyed reading and left quite a deep impression on me was The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I haven't really read anything that I don't like by Sylvia Plath, and so I think I'll still really love this book the second time round, but we'll see how that goes. And if I'm really enjoying that and want to read more Sylvia Plath, I might try rereading Mary Ventura and the Ninth Kingdom, which is a really weird short story, but I really liked it the first time round, so I might try that again as well. And for one that, just didn't really hit it off with me the first time round, I might try giving The Hearing Trumpet by Leonora Carrington another go. I'm not sure whether I just had unfair expectations for this book, or whether I read it too quickly, or I'm not too sure, but I might try, if I do give this a go, I might try reading it a little slower and just a little more open-mindedly as well. But I did really want to like this, and so maybe the second time might be a bit better. And the book I might try doing as an immersive read, or an immersive reread, will be The Beast in the The Beast in the Jungle by Henry James. So I've listened to this story before. There's a podcast I listen to, The History of Literature, where there's a 3-part episode, and the presenter reads out the whole story over the 3 episodes and kind of interrupts and interjects. And so I might re-listen to those and actually have the text in front of me at the same time and see how I get on. I did kind of quite like The Beast in the Jungle the first time round, and it's more or less the only thing by Henry James that I've really enjoyed. I'm still trying to work out Henry James and how I actually feel about him. But there we go. That's just it's just a bit of a sort of sampling of some of the stuff that I might reread. But if you would like to join in, let me know. Or I'll try to leave the link to the Discord underneath as well. But yeah, it'd be good to see more people, or just see lots of people rereading in December. But yeah, I think that's more or less everything you need to know. I've probably talked a bit too much, so I'll leave it here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.